What's up, you guys? It's Low-Key Looking Like. Today, I'm going to be doing my review on Ghost of Tsushima Legends. And today, we're going to be talking about some things revolving around the game. Today, I'm going to be talking about the good and the bad about it. The good and the bad, I'm going to just cut through and get short and sweet to the point. I enjoy the game mode. It is standalone. It is standalone co-op. And it has its own perks to it, and it's very enjoyable to play. The type of things that I like about it is the story mode, the missions, very well done, very well paced, and the fact that it has its own story evolved around it. But the most thing that I really enjoy about this is that it has its own dialogue and it has its own motive, and it's short and sweet to the point. And mostly, I didn't think this Legends thing would be good. I didn't think it was going to be that good. I would definitely say this took me by surprise that it was actually gonna be good. I didn't expect it to be as fun as it is now. Especially with the survival mode, the nightmare missions, which I'm gonna get into detail with it. Now survival mode goes up into silver and gold. Well, bronze, silver, and gold. It's just levels from all the way to 90. And they upgrade as far as you go. If you go to bronze, you do at least 15 waves. You go to silver, you do 20. If you go to gold, you do 5 more. But one of the biggest things I have a problem with, well, not a problem with, the biggest things that I enjoy about it is that the way how they made it hard and challenging at the same time. Especially with the boss fights, the world modification system, well done, very well placed, especially to make the fight even harder, to make it even more interesting to fight against, and especially along with the new class systems from Ronin, Hunter, Assassin, Samurai have their own role. I enjoy that about the game. I like games where you have specific roles and you're able to fulfill them with different types of characters. But along with this, I don't even know what to even call this DLC. There are some bads with it, and I'm gonna actually go with one of the bads. One of the bads are that there are issues involving with the PS4. I'm pretty sure a lot of people have got this before. There have been times where I've countlessly, over and over again, have been spammed with this constant false error on PS, where it says connection to the service has been lost. And it happens over and over and over again in the game. And every time it happens, it keeps you from moving, it keeps you from doing any type of movement with your character, especially during a fight or during any type of activity that you're doing or mission, which not only makes it distracting as hell to do, to deal with, but it gets annoying at times, especially if you're doing survival and you have to try to get to your person, get to your teammates before they're dying in time. before the whole thing's taken out and you lose health. So not only you have to deal with that, but you have to deal with it being constantly spammed at you over and over and over again. That's one of the bad things. One of the second bad things that I don't really like about this is this glitch where finding teammates stops the whole progression in the mode, in the survival mode. When you're finding teammates, the enemy AI stop moving. They stop fighting. I don't know why that happens, but they stop fighting. They stop interacting with you, trying to have a fight with you. And even if you kill them, they still get up. They still get up and they still cause problems with you. And not only this is a big problem, but it stops you from actually trying to play the mode. Especially if one of your teammates decide to leave, it stops the mode entirely and it glitches it out. I don't know if there's going to be a fix to that. I don't know if there's going to be anything that's going to help counter that issue. But there are also other issues that I want to announce with this. The third bad thing about this is the constant glitching out of the characters. And what I mean by that is that half of the enemies that you fight against, when your teammates kill them, the game makes it seem as if they're alive and you tried to kill them. And they all just stand there. They stand there with no weapons in their hand and they just fall to the damn ground. Me thinking, oh, I gotta kill this last dude. I can't because I have this constant issue where these enemies are getting up every time, still up, supposed to be dead, and then they glitch down to the ground when they were already supposed to be dead to begin with. So that makes me lose my focus. I'm worried about this other guy trying to kill me, and I gotta worry about this dude thinking that my teammate didn't handle it, and I gotta help him out. That's another issue. And the fourth issue is that sometimes when you're in the game, when you're in the survival mode, the game glitches out like crazy. Even when you're not looking for a player, you're still glitching out over and over and over again. And then this makes the progress, it makes it even more annoying because you have to keep trying to get out. You gotta get out of the game, find another game. It's just, I don't even know how to put that. That's annoying as hell to deal with. Especially when you have to keep doing it for various type of survival games. Survival games that you played. And another thing. That I would say is wrong with the game entirely is sometimes the characters, a lot of characters that I played with, their special move tends to glitch out. Especially with the assassin, his move glitches out. Because the way how my assassin is supposed to be, he's set up to have 4 hits. Four hits with his group thing. I'm supposed to hit the guy once, and my other teammate is supposed to be able to kill the enemies, and they're supposed to go back invisible. But why is it that every time I do it once, I'm supposed to do it at least 2 times, and everybody else is supposed to do it? That's plus 2 plus 2. That's 4. People are supposed to be, everybody on my team is supposed to be able to strike them with a critical hit 4 times. So I don't know why is it, if that's a glitch or not. If the character is, why my character is doing that constant crap where he keeps glitching out, his ability when I already set it to that ability. So I don't know if that's something that they're working on, but I definitely have to put that on the list of stuff that's just straight annoying to deal with. And the next thing I gotta say that's annoying to deal with is the most, how can I say, toxic thing is the new game plus mode. The new game plus mode is one of the most glitched out, bugged out, just excuse me, just overall broken mode I've ever seen. The mode is just complete broken. I played so many times on this mode, and every time I played it, for the course of 5 times trying to play it, I'm in there for at least maybe 20 minutes tops. I get an error. I got enemies that glitch outside of the map. They glitch outside of it. And not only that, they sit there and some of them practically do nothing. And most of all, the constant bosses. The first boss with Rizu, whatever his name is, the whole time, consistently, he got stuck on every single known demand environment, such as a damn rock, or sometimes when we got in the water, when we were in the water fighting, he would stop moving. And half of the time, how easy the fight was. This is supposed to be a harder difficulty with better challenges, right? So why is it that the first boss in the game is not even qualified as an opponent? He's just qualified as a punching bag. That's all I'm doing to him. I'm sitting up there slicing him to death and ended him. There was no challenge. There was no barrier that I had to break just to get through him. But I would say, as far as the mode goes, with the new game mode plus, it needs to be fixed. A lot of things in Ghost of Tsushima Legends need to be fixed when it comes to the glitching and the characters and the character classes. So as far as I would put this game mode is definitely an 8. It's not one of the best I've seen, but they worked hard on it. And they have put a lot more attention on this than they would on any other game. So I would definitely say, do I recommend it? Yeah. But if you're not the type of person who likes to play with a team or likes to play with anybody, you could play alone, but it gets harder to play alone. Especially when you have multiple enemies coming at you at once. It's harder to play alone, and it's harder to try to get all the zones in place to your liking throughout the whole game mode. But I definitely could say, would I recommend it? Yeah. But I wouldn't recommend it to people who don't really like to play with certain teams, who don't like to play with people who don't contribute that much, because there is a lot of people who don't contribute a lot, especially with their specific classes. But all I could suggest is if you're playing this with a team, make sure you got friends with mics that you play with. I don't recommend playing with that many random people, because if one person got the wrong class, got the same spam class, it ends the game instantly. Especially if you're playing survival mode. So that's it for my review on it. As far as the gameplay and everything, very well paced. It was short and sweet to the point. That's what I liked about it. I don't know if they're gonna add more to the story mode or not.